Hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jhona. This is JhonaOhEmGee. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Today we'll be reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 4. Alright, so we start things off with Wendy and her family. They're outside playing a little football. I don't know. They're playing. And so Wendy tells Eddie that she met up with Peter Thomas. Ugh, don't even get me started on that. About potentially opening up this Nigerian restaurant slash lounge slash library lounge and the potential cost that's going to surround that. So she said it's going to cost close to 1.6 million. But of course, we learned from last week that she will only be a 20% owner, meaning, I don't know if Peter owns the rest of the 80% or if someone else is getting involved, but she would need to contribute up to $300,000 in this restaurant. So of course Eddie is not on board, which I'm kind of with Eddie at this point because it seems like Wendy is just stacking so much on her plate, and she doesn't know anything about the restaurant business. Granted, I know that doesn't mean that she can't get into it, but I just feel like, again, from my other videos, this doesn't seem like Wendy's lane, a lounge. And from what I understand from opening up a restaurant, it is like another baby. Like, you're going to be there 24/7. So, you know, Eddie's not on board because he's like, well, you already just opened up this candle line last year. Like, so we don't even know how well that's even doing at this point because, I mean, is she selling them? Maybe that's why she's wanting to venture into something else. Ain't nobody buying these candles. Girl, you need to put the money into your marketing then, because I don't never see your candles nowhere. I also don't follow her on Instagram, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but still. So Wendy tells Eddie about Robin Family Fun Day and how Wendy wasn't invited. And I mentioned that last week. I thought Robin was dead wrong for not inviting Wendy and her kids, but we'll get into that a little later. So next we move on to a scene. Robin is practicing with her boys. They're doing the sack race, I guess, gearing up for the family fun day or field day or whatever they're calling it. So she says in her confessional that she doesn't have anything against the kids, but I'm like, if you felt that way, you would have invited Wendy regardless how you felt about her. I mean, you act like you're not gonna see her again, Robin. Y'all are filming a TV show, so you're gonna see the girl again, so you might as well have invited her. She could talk to other people at the family field that she didn't have to solely talk to you the entire time. So I really didn't understand her rationale about that. So Robin decides that she's going to ask Candace to bring Wendy's kids, and she and Warren thought this was a good compromise, but I'm like, wouldn't the easier compromise just be to invite Wendy and her kids? Set your ego and pride to the side, because I honestly feel like Wendy and Robin don't have a real beef. This is like them trying to make up some drama between them to, like, I don't know, keep they jobs on the show, especially Robin. Robin need to keep her job on the show. So this is her way to stir up some beef. So she taking it out on Wendy this season. Anyway, my two cents. So she's gonna so she calls Candace and asks if Candace will play the auntie role to bring Wendy and her kids to the field day. And Candace's like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. Okay, I understand my assignment. But in her confessional, she knows, she's like, I know Wendy, and Wendy is not going for it. Wendy gonna tell me to, girl, she might hang up in my face. And then I was thinking to myself, Robin, why didn't you just ask Eddie to bring them? Anyway, no, I take that back. She should have just invited Wendy from the first place. It just really just didn't make any sense to me. So next we move on to a scene with Karen, and she's on FaceTime with her daughter. We learned that Karen is allergic to chicken. It's not going to stop me from eating it, but okay, girl. So we learned that her daughter, actually, she lives in New York, and she went to the Met Gala recently. So, you know, I had to Google her, child, because I'm like, what did she do? So apparently she works in the fashion industry. So she went to the Met Gala. I wonder, did she have a +1? She could have invited Karen. Do you get a +1 to the Met? Who knows? I'll be there one day. So I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know then whenever I go to the Met. All in all, this scene with Karen and her daughter was boring. Was rather boring. So I'm going to move right on along. Next, we have Ashley. She is meeting with her publicist to kind of figure out a statement for the public about the divorce. So they want to kind of get in front of it, go ahead and pre-plan a statement to put out about her and Michael separating. While Ashley is reading the statement, ooh, the producers know they are shady. The producers are like another housewife, baby, because they are so shady. They did not miss the opportunity to give a montage about Ashley and Michael's relationship. And ooh, I don't see how Ashley was staying with Michael Darby. I could never. It was that little like hyena laugh when he was holding that glass. Oh, cringy. That man is so cringy. And old. Ooh, too old. I just can't stand Michael. Because one thing about me, I am not going to stay in no unhappy relationship. That's just not something I do. But maybe Ashley's been happy all this time. I don't see how, but, well, that money, it got to be the money. Oh, it got to be the money. But Ashley is pretty crazy to me. I'm just convinced at this point. She mentioned on Watch What Happens Live that she's just now learning about the tricky language that was in her prenup. So it makes me wonder that she's not going to get anything out of this divorce, because she said, I'm just now discovering new things. And I'm like, girl, you didn't get anybody to read that prenup before you signed it? You didn't get a lawyer? You didn't hire a lawyer for the sole purpose of reading that prenup before you signed it? I'm like, girl, you are crazy. I'm like, I'm not putting that much trust in Michael Darby. You not reading the prenup? You didn't know? Ooh. I gotta move on, y'all. I gotta move on. My blood is boiling. From there, we move on to the family fun day. And on the ride, Mia mentions that there's still some growth and much needed growth with her relationship with her mom. If we remember from last season, her mom is a recovering drug addict. So Mia mentioned that her aunt says that sometimes when people get on drugs, they lose the ability to mature naturally. So her mom is like, it's almost like her mom is still a young adult in the mind. So I don't know how true that is. I have to look that up. So I feel like I shouldn't have even repeated, but she said it on TV, so y'all heard it too. Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but I guess if it is, it kind of makes sense of why there's some friction in their relationship. Now we get to the family fun day. Child. Robin. Come here, Robin. Come here. Do you know that you are on a TV show? We are going to see the things you put together. I mean, there wasn't no ounce of decor, glamour, nothing. I'm like, you couldn't even get no tent. I mean, I know they had the bleachers and stuff set out, but you couldn't even get a tent where people could sit under the shade, water, a better tablecloth than that little plastic red one that was flying off. We didn't even get to see the food. I'm like, Robin, did you put any effort in the family fun day? I mean, no organization at all. Child, I cannot with Robin. I cannot. And then Mia mentioned in her confessional, she was like, I wasn't expecting a lot from Robin. I'm like, me either. I wasn't expecting a lot, but I was expecting something. It wasn't nothing. No sign that said family fun day, a balloon arch. I mean, something. You can make that yourself, girl. It was pitiful. But I'm sure they had fun. So Juan didn't come to the family fun day. He had to get a root canal. And I really don't care. I'm just like, Juan, you don't come to any of the group settings. I mean, any of them. Last season, we seen him maybe a handful of times. By handful, I mean 2. This season, we're seeing a little more of him, but only in his interactions with Robin. But I was just expecting him to be at the family fun day. I'm like, y'all didn't get the scheduling together to not plan the family fun day around his root canal. I mean, surely the root canal was planned. I just feel like, anyway, they could have showed up, but child, I'm not getting into them. And then I thought it was really funny. Robin introduced her future sister-in-law to somebody. And I was like, girl, why are you acting like you ain't been married to one before? What do you mean future sister-in-law? This girl is your sister-in-law. Like, that was just so silly. I'm like, girl, why are you acting like we don't know this lady? I mean, we don't know her, but she been your sister-in-law. You've been married to one before. You do remember that, right? Child, there weren't any prizes at this family fun day. I mean, it's really like Robin didn't even try. I was just really disappointed. So, Candace arrives without Wendy's kids, by the way, and rightfully so. Wendy declined, and to be honest, I probably would have declined too. You're not gonna not invite me in the first place. You didn't invite me or my kids in the first place, and then you turn around and just invite my kids, but I'm still not invited. Okay, so you want my kids to come to something that their mom is not welcome to? Child, and I can't even drop them off. They gotta come with somebody else. Child, Robin is crazy. And then she said in her confessional, see, it really isn't about the kids. I knew it wasn't about the kids. Girl, are you freaking delusional? You would come to something that you weren't originally invited to? And you would let your kids go to something you're not originally? Robin, please miss me. She wrong for that. She wrong. And Karen called her out on it. Like, what are we doing here? You don't mess with the kids like that. Like, Robin, you are wrong. And you are. She was like, I don't care. I'm petty. I'm like, okay, girl. Like, I guess that's cute to be petty. It's that petty at your age. Keep it up. Keep it up. I mean, I honestly wanted to DM Wendy and be like, girl, you didn't miss a darn thing at this family fun day. I mean, you really didn't. She didn't. Her kids didn't either. They ain't missed nothing. So don't be bothered, Wendy. So in walks in Sharice, and Karen immediately, I mean immediately, starts coughing. I'm like, that Karen, that Karen Huger, baby, she ain't slick. She ain't slick. I mean, I hollered when Karen started coughing immediately when Sharice walks in. Like, Karen, you are not slick. Suddenly, she all of a sudden has a respiratory infection. I'm like, girl, so you didn't have no respiratory infection when you got here? Girl. Then she like, is there a CVS nearby? She quick. Got Gordon to escort her out and everything. I'm like, that girl don't like Sharice. What happened? I meant to go back and watch some earlier seasons because what happened between Karen and Sharice, where Karen bolted out of there again like the Flash. I gotta figure out what is going on. But like I said, my last video, it had to be like 3-4 years ago if there is some beef between them. So Karen ain't got over it yet. I mean, I guess if you haven't hashed it out, I guess not. Child, Karen is funny. I love how production kept zooming in on that plate, on the table with the one plate of food with the plastic red tablecloth. I'm like, production, no, they shady. They are so shady because they kept going to that table. I'm like, the food, we didn't even see what it was. It was just only like 2 pans. What was it? I didn't even see nobody eating now that I think about it. Do better, Robin. That's all I'm gonna say. Do better. So again, like I said earlier, Candace did come in. She doesn't speak to Gizelle. And Gizelle is delusional because, I mean, why would she speak to you? She was like, Candace walks in. She spoke to everybody but me. I mean, get over it, girl. And I'm like, girl, you just didn't accuse my husband of doing something inappropriate with you. Like, girl, I'm not speaking to you either. Girl, I'm not speaking to you either. Girl, bye. Like, why? Why would I? Why would I? Gizelle, Ashley, delusional. So, Ashley makes a point to mention that Michael is getting a vasectomy, and she's basically really sad about it. I mean, like, emotional. She said that she can't have any more babies with Michael. I'm like, we're sad about this? You want more babies with Michael? With Michael. Darby? Oh, I mean, honestly, I really can't see how Ashley mustered up the courage and energy to even have sex with Michael. I don't see it. I don't see it, but that's me. Let me stop judging the girl, but she delusional. Delusional. And just like that, the news is out about the divorce. It has hit the blogs and the gossip sites. The news is out. And Ashley really doesn't know who could have leaked it, but I'm like, girl, you told everybody. I mean, name the list. You told all the girls. So, I mean, deductive reasoning, honey, you can figure it out, right? Of who leaked the information. So, again, the girl is delusional, and that is all. So she's meeting with her publicist about, should I release the statement? She can't get in touch with Michael, like it's going straight to voicemail, or like she blocked, or the phone is off. I don't know what kind of signal she got, but the messages aren't going through, but then they start going delivered, but she still can't get him on the phone. I mean, he's just like MIA on her. So she has to make a decision. Like, does she put the statement out without consulting him? And I'm like, girl, I mean, go. If y'all both agreed on the statement that it was okay, you might as well go ahead and pull it out. I mean, put it out, because the information is out there now. So you got to do damage control at some point, better sooner than later. Next week, we have Robin setting up the prenup parameters. Karen is allegedly dating other people. Not surprised there at all. And then all the ladies get into it. So I think we'll have a great episode next week. Chock full of drama. As always, we shall see. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.